security issues that Griff forwarded from Fabio, and I have no distraction. I pass it to Mato.
Thank you, Mohammed. Hey guys, happy to see you all. Not distracted, ready to plan out this week. And yeah, was working on many stuff last week. Right now, I'm on the new giftpower models, and yeah, not much to say. Hopefully, we can have a release for today or tomorrow. I'll pass it to Sherik.
Thank you, Mato. My intention is to talk about the planning of next week. These days I'm working on the staking model for giftpower, and I'm not distracted. I pass it to Carlos.
Hey guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. In the last week, I mainly worked on the form that we're going to include in the dApp for project verification. This week, I'm gonna continue with the part that we talk in the admin row, so that the verification team can see the data and update it promptly. And also last week I helped Mitch with a gift matching script. So uh, yeah, no distractions this week, and I'll pass it to Mitch.
You're kidding me. Killing me.
I was just talking about the script, so yeah.
yeah, these scripts. So yeah, working on that with Carlos. Wow, so nice to see Mohammed. And we're testing on the dApp. Going to be working on some EVM scripts that will be hopefully upgrading our DAO. And I would love to work with Mohammed on putting the relayer contract in place for regular givebacks. And I'll pass it to Cherik.
Cherik went.
Giantkin.
Just took my mic off. Good morning. GM, sorry. Intents are just to listen and catch up, keep up. And my distractions, I'm trying to eat breakfast. And I'm chatting online with various companies and doing different things. I'll have to pass it. Who's running this? I have no idea.
I'm running this meeting, and I pass it on to Lauren.
Hey everyone, my intentions are just to check in on the call ETH region farm and see, if how we did with testing. If we have a moment to talk about it, just like I'd love to know when we can launch, and also just like hear about all of the giftpower issues and all the development there, and not so distracted a little bit by other work, but listening. I'll pass it to Kai.
Yo, hey guys. I'm here to extend an invitation for Kubernetes shenanigans, like talking about it. Toraif needs some help as well, planning it. So this especially goes out to Mohammed. Nice hairstyle, by the way. And Carlos. But everyone is welcome to join, and whenever you guys feel like a good time he would like to do tomorrow, the day after. Well, yeah, that would be cool if we could handle that. So I wanted to shout that out. That's my intention for the call. Last week, we are working on automating our stuff with Ansible. No distractions. I give it to who's left?
Jesse? Jesse. No, you're not. I pass it on to Rameen.
Thank you, Monique. Hey, guys. Currently, I'm working on the verification, managing the funds step. I had some talk with Ali Reza and Cherik about the verification. Beside that, I reviewed Ali Reza's pull request, and also had some talk with Monique about the donation page and transaction hash and this stuff. Also, I talked with Carlos and Mohammed about the some security issue and some backend stuff. Beside that, some tiny issues I fixed about the preventing MetaMask pop-up that Marco requested, and failing the error when transaction is failed, handling the toast error on the donation page. Also, I implemented the paper list to show that they are not eligible for giveback. And yeah, I think that's it. I pass it to Ali Reza.
Thank you, Rameen. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening. I had some conversations with Cherik, Rameen, and also Monique and Musaidi about donation, verification, and also date picker components. I'm currently working on verification steps, and I worked on. I investigated about date picker, the date picker component, and I found one. Also, I finished contacts page, and also I'm working on our input component and adding left and right icons to it as a prop. And currently I'm working on a milestone page on verification, a milestone step on verification page. I pass it to Mike.
Thank you, Reza. Thank you, everyone. We better start with the Kai's agenda about Kubernetes. I don't know how we can follow it up. Do you have some time suggestions for it, Kai, or we have to put a poll on the or dev
Yes,
channel?
so from Toraif's side, he said tomorrow, day after tomorrow. For Carlos, we know it has to be a bit later, and that's fine for him because he usually works until 4 p.m. his time. So one good slot would be, for example, I don't know about the Give Economy meeting at that space, maybe. Or
tomorrow, tomorrow after the daily, it's going to be your afternoon and Carlos morning. Is it a good time for you guys?
Not for Toraif, that's the problem. He would need a bit later. The latest we can do is, and this is also like always the invitation after community meeting. We meet the security, the DevOps, and the developers are invited to all join together to, just talk about our stuff from different perspectives. So we can also do it at that slot. It should be like a one-off work meeting where it's about services, about how to, how we need to go about, doing what we do, transforming it into a Kubernetes compatible environment.
Kai, sorry, I suppose Thrive has issues just this week. So he's moving to another flat this week. So next week would be that time would be a good fit for all. Also, this week we can hold it later.
Yes, we can also. I just wanted to announce so we don't forget. We can maybe do it in chat and ask. For me, it's fine whenever. It really depends on him and.
Yeah, that is important.
Thanks.
By the way, yeah. So today morning, I don't think that we can do it. If we want to do it this week, I don't think we can do it today because we have a governance call after this, and after that,
No, not today.
late
Not
for me.
today.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for
tomorrow we have only
yeah.
Wednesday, and yeah, we
So
can do it on
Wednesday
Wednesday.
maybe.
Between give economy develop and give economy research. There is a 1 hour gap. We can use it.
I can communicate with, if you can, Kai, I can communicate with Thrive and convince him to attend
That is a good
tomorrow.
spot. That is a
Yeah.
good spot. Wednesday, before Give Economy.
No, between give economy and give economy research, there's two.
Yeah, there's two give economy there. Give economy and give
I meant before research, after
Yeah.
development. Yep.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
5 p.m. CET.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
It's
Even we
all
can
set.
even after daily is another option. Just consider that.
All right. I'll just let me just like try to make an invite and see how far we can take it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And it's the first time I can see the most face. Good morning, man. Good evening.
Hey, everyone. I actually lost hope for receiving a new laptop, so I actually ordered a new webcam. That's a good upgrade.
Congrats on your new webcam.
I might be the last one, but I don't know. I'm working on some different tasks for the Giveth and trying to hand over them, and that's pretty much it. Can I pass it back to you, Monique? I don't know who's.
Sure.
Oh, okay,
Sure.
sorry.
Thank you. No problem. So let's start with the giftpower. I just hear today that Amin is want to jump into breaking down the task and taking more responsibility on this. So I'm curious to know that how we can manage this stuff. Or I see that you add some issues. This one, implement giftpower subgraph, and these one also in the UAT QA. Wow, all of them had story points. Very good. All of them had have sprints badge on them. I'm not sure that Fabio started this one, but I can put it in the product backlog because it has a sprint tag on it. And it's your time. I mean, if you want to add something, we're hearing.
Yeah, I want to get Lauren confirmation that if I can, if she agrees, I take over managing whole development of this, actually coordinating to implement at least one use case for this sprint. I suppose to implement. I suppose we can implement the staking giftpower at least locking, not staking at least. This locking token and getting giftpower and using the menu to lock tokens for this week, at least with help of the Mark smart contract, we should be able to create the first version of the subgraph to offer some functionality, some feature information, provide information like the items which are locked, whether are locked or not, how long they are locked. These kind of things are my plan. Because it should be a coordination between Sam, Fabio, Paul, front-end devs, and all this detail, and also completing the pipeline needs active interaction with developers and knowing the state of the flow. I tagged with Griff. And it seems that he agrees with this, and After this, I will buy back developers to make it happen in this spring to at least implement something that works. At least the Mark version. Yeah. Thanks to you, Laura.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, the Give farm staking and locking thing is like, yeah, the thing that we need to do. I mean, just make sure that like SEM is okay with the state of the contracts. And I know that Fabio was going to work on the subgraph. I think that would be really valuable. So if you want to do the management of coordination between like SEM and Fabio and you and Cherik and Matteo, and I think that sounds awesome. And yeah, by all means, and we can just communicate about it in that giftpower chat we have.
Yeah, thank you. So after this, I would, I print them. Today they were not responsive, but I will do it again, and maybe I deploy a first version of my smart contract today myself. I'd like to talk with Fabio about to do it. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Pass it to me.
Okay, guys. Just to have a confirmation, we didn't plan for the other part of the giftpower, but just for the staking and managing, we have these issues. 2 of them are in the QA. These things, I think, is waiting for Mo and design to clear things up in the manage giftpower locking and the history of the manage your give token model. I just want to know that if it's finalized, we can ask Matto to put estimations on it. But
this is on the Give farm screen. Implement manager give token model.
Yeah, it's on Give farm. The icon about the managing the. I think the form is the link has been changed.
Done, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. I think, and I didn't add the link. Okay, I will just 764. Okay, I updated the task.
So can Matto start working on it? And Matto, do you have any kind of estimation? Is it clear for you to have estimation on it?
Yeah, I had a meeting with Lauren last week, and she explained all the flow. The estimation I would give today is like a 5 because I wanna reuse as much of the components that we currently have and make it the best. And also I will learn how everything is working at the moment with the current staking. So yeah, at least for the visual part, I think 5 is a good estimation.
Very good. So we have 43 done for this week almost. And we have these 13, 18, and 23 for this coming week. So I think that we can finish up things working until the next meeting that we have for the giftpower. Do you have any blocker comments on it? I mean, Lauren, are you okay with it? Just these items: 604, 605, 763, and 764. All of them supposed to be finished until the next meeting.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Good.
And then we could when just keep us updated too, so that we can play around with testing. Because if we can launch this as a standalone product and then add the other parts to giftpower later, I think we should.
What about these items, Cherik, Adreza? Do you have it on a separate branch for testing?
Yeah, we have it on a separate branch. We deploy all giftpower, we merge all giftpower branch to a branch named giftpower development branch.
So the URL for testing is different than a staging?
We don't have a separate URL. We should check it on the GitHub. Let me check it.
So we're supposed to test it on the Vercel, you mean, huh? I appreciate if you can
Yeah.
provide the links for testing here, so everybody can proceed on the testing. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Let's get back to the another cult if problems. I can see only 2 issues here. I think Metal can update us on this. I can see, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, everything is in testing environment. I think we asked testers to try it out last Friday, but only Lauren was available, I think. So if anyone can start testing today. Oh, cool. So if you guys have feedback, let me know, because we are considering to make a release today if everything goes right, otherwise tomorrow, but I think today is better. But yeah, Sharik helped me with some other stuff in that part as well. I think it was Saturday or Friday, I forgot. Yeah, it was Friday. Yeah, so testers, let us know if you find it fine. Let's roll with it. Otherwise, we can change it.
So
Do you
do I
find
have
anything?
to? Go ahead, sorry.
I just wanted to know because Mitch was testing, I think. Did you find anything? Or
No, I wrote in there like I didn't find any blockers.
so you think it's all good?
Just the part where I noticed that there was a multi-send basically when you harvest, but then you clarified that point there that that 0.4% gets sent somewhere else and that it's in the card. And there was that issue with the subgraph that Amin was taking care of that was like for all farms. And I think that's it. I think
cool.
that's it.
Move subgraph index to Redux or it's another subgraph thing. If it's blocked, please let me know to move forward.
It's not cult ETH specific, so I don't think it's a blocker.
Okay. So about these 2 other things that we have here, shall we move it to QA? Harvest modal is not showing up right. I put it here. I assume that it's done. Okay. Metal, confirm it.
Sorry, what?
This item number 815.
Yeah, everything is it's in the UAT.
Okay. What
So
about
yeah,
this?
it's done.
Call feed form is inaccessible when not connected to Giveth.
Let me read it.
This is raised by Mitch.
Yeah, like if you're not I gotta look at this issue again. It was like a weird one, like if you're not connected with your wallet.
I think it's related with the network because it will only appear in Govan in this case and mainnet when we release.
Well, it's the thing like if you click like switch network and you are on Koban, but you're not connected with your wallet, it doesn't ask you to connect. It just does nothing.
Okay.
So then like you have that card up there for the regular give farms, and it says like switch to Gnosis chain or mainnet, and you click it, and it will switch the network and it will connect your wallet.
Okay. Assign it to me and I will take a look. I didn't see this because it was unassigned. But sure.
It's not related to maybe it's let me just ask other devs to take a look into it. They might find a clue and help on this issue also. Okay. get back to the issues that we have here. We have lots of issues in QA, UAT. I appreciate if we can take a look. We have this item failed transaction still showing as pending. This is in code review, but I cannot find any related PR. This is open still. Mohammed?
Yeah, I just created it today, just few hours ago.
So what should I do with the main issue?
What do you mean? If we merge the PR, it would resolve that. We can handle the failed transactions.
So it's in progress, not in code
No,
review, right?
no, it's on code review. It's I'm waiting for Carlos to wake up and because a few hours ago I created
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of issues for the verification. They're still in code review. Some of them are draft. This item seems to be merged. I put it here. Is there any way that I can, test in parallel when you're developing the verification form, or do I have to wait until all of the step is finalized? What do you think?
We had
Actually,
separate branch. Yeah. Go ahead, Rameen.
Sorry, we haven't integrated with backend, so you cannot test much. Just you can review the design and the UI.
So do you have any blocker on the backend? On the Epic, Alireza asked lots of questions today, and I try to answer all of them. But I just want to make sure that everything is clear for you. Not sure, sorry, it's the giftpower verification. So we decided for the using of the backend services, on each step you save you're going to save the in browser, but after each step you're going to have to update it on your backend, and using the services. So is it clear for you, Anureza, or other devs? Do you have any questions about that? So
I think it's clear, but I have to test it and actually tell you the result.
I've lost the issues that you're asking question on it. Do you have the I think you put your questions on the impact graph. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you load the form, you use the services from the backend for loading the form. But when the user wants to start having some inputs in the form, you save it on the storage and trying to update it when the user wants to submit the inputs to the backend. So the storage only works when the user tries to write some inputs in the forms. But for sending the information and loading the information, you're only using the backend on each step. And the storage only getting used for the information for each step. And we have to let the user know if they want to close the tab. We have to warn them that you have some information in the storage and you'd better save it. So it's the only things that we need right now. I just want to make everyone clear on that. Rameen, Jared, and Reza. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, seems there is no question. Guys, we plan to finalize this verification form until the next Monday. So all of them have these tags for the sprint. And please let me know if there is a threads or if there is a problem that we can deliver it until next Monday.
Well, I did the code for the email verification, but I need someone to check autopilot and I don't know, create a test email. I guess when the front end guys get there, we have to check that flow because I did 2 endpoints for verifying the email, but yeah, we have to integrate everything.
Okay, we have I think 50% of these epics almost done. It's in code review. One in progress. We have these issues in the sprint backlog. We have this one in the impact graph without any owner. This is the organization country list, guys. So do you want me to assign it to you, Mohamed Carlos?
Yeah, please assign it to me and Carlos. I would talk to Carlos to one of us should take it.
This is for you and Carlos.
Yeah, thank you.
And I would love to add the sprint tag on it. So we have to finalize the email verification flow, the remaining forms view, and also integrating with the backend for the coming week, for the current week, I can say. Okay, any objections? Thank you. Okay, I want to bring this up. Bring this. Sorry. Mohammed, do you remember the issue number that was for multi-recipient address? This one. Yeah, this multi-recipient address by different networks. I just want to make sure that everyone knows about it. According to the request from Griff and other project owners, we have to add another recipient address for each network. So it means that we, if for the current projects, we have to add a single address with two, different networks. But we have to let the project owners edit their recipient addresses for each network if they want in the future. And for new projects, we have to change the form for create project and add another network for a specific chain. But before we jump into the front end things, I just need Mohammed and Carlos, make it implemented on the backend. So for the current projects, we have to add another recipient address for, for these two networks that we already have, Gnosis and the mainnet. And for one specific project, we have to have it as soon as possible because Griff asked me that we make it possible. So the flow of donation is like that. If I'm in the Gnosis chain and I want to donate, the transactions the money goes to the recipient address of that specific network that the giver is on. And if I'm on the Ethereum mainnet, the money goes to the addresses for the Ethereum mainnet for the recipient address. Is everyone clear on that? And if you have any question, please ask me right now.
As I understand, there is not all the things in the backend, because in the front end we should change something to, instead of getting recipient address of project, get the get recipient address from somewhere else, and when user want to donate, use that address. So we have a little change in the front end in the first step, and in second step, when changing create project, there is much thing for front end. Am I right?
Yeah, I think the changes is on the create projects, update the project, donate, but I'm not talking about these services first. I'm just talking about the data and the services right now for each project. If you can, in the first step, have a kind of new table, for example, named recipients addresses, and we try to relate the projects to these recipients addresses for each network. This is our first earliest step. Or we can add another field in the project address for secondary recipients address there. So both of them works, but it's your choice.
Okay.
And you add these two issues to this epic, change create project mutuation and change update project mutuation for this purpose. Move recipient address of the projects to purple address table. Are you still want to have these issues on this epic?
Yeah, I think we should have it.
Yeah.
So let me know which issues do I have to add to this epic. Update the project backend project services.
I wrote down the project.
You wrote it?
Before. We already have it.
So which one? Change update. Oh, sorry, this one.
Okay, I think these are enough, and if I found we need a new subtask, I would add it.
Yeah. Whenever you reach the structure, I can add front-end issues to this epic.
Great.
I think we also have design. Mosei, did you remember about having the secondary recipient address in the project? I think we have a ready design for it, and also Marco approved it.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And do you want me to send you the link of this epic to have your designs added to this epic?
No, I can add the link. But just what was the issue number? Oh, you're going to send it. Okay.
Send it. Yeah. No problem. Oh, sorry. Let's get back. Okay. So I need you guys, if you can prioritize this one. Could be good. Thank you. Okay, we have this tough one. I really don't know how it. We have it in the several meetings. We talked about it, and I really don't know how we can proceed. We have severe problems. Even Griff made 2 issues this week for this, and the related ones. I think it's related to this one, and also Amin suggested that we can somehow bypass the JWT token of the valid address. Can you please elaborate it more, Amin?
Yeah, basically it's not possible for DAO Multistate to sign message and create a JWT token. Also, when they trigger the if we make a transaction using wallet connect, it will not go through at the same time. They just create an item in the multisig. Other users should approve it, and then the transaction will be enacted. So it may take a few days for the transaction to go through. So it's not in accordance with our policy. For instance, in our backend, we wait for a short time for a transaction. After that, we remove it. By the way, to keep it short, they cannot sign in with our structure. We can guide them. The solution that came to my mind is to guide them if they are connected a smart contract, not a wallet. Instead of forcing them to sign in, we tell them, okay, make the donation to this address, but after you do the transaction, right? When you do the transaction, reach out to us, and we will add it using admin bra. Is it clear?
It's clear, but it's very bad UX. Can't we have another option?
But as I said, basically it's not possible. First, they cannot sign in, and second, we don't know anything about the transaction. Transaction will happen 2 days later, and the hash is not visible. Is not possible to know what will be the hash. The hash of the transaction. So the only solution that we have is to when detect the connected wallet is a smart contract. So we don't force them to sign in, right? You should not force them to sign in. They should not be able to do most of the things like a project, unlike a project, do any write query to our backend. They just can read, and when they want to donate, we don't force them to sign in, right? We just allow them to do to make a transaction. It doesn't mean that make a transaction. They just allow them to create a transaction to happen later in the multisig. So in the UX, we will detect that it's a smart contract, it's a multisig, and allow them to trigger the donate by wallet connect without saving that into the backend. And we should guide them that please, after you do the transaction, reach out to us to get give back, to be listed here and get give back.
I'm curious to know really that what our competitors or for example, what Bitcoin, Binance, other solutions like us do for using multisig donations. I know there are lots of.
Is there any incentive for others to bypass Gitcoin because I'm not sure whether they pay give back or not. So it has been our policy to ask user to sign in order to be able to create a donation entity in our backend.
We recently make the user obliged to do it because we want to listen to the network and we want to do the initiator. We want to know the initiator of the token, the transaction and we want to authenticate it. So we can get it back, but assume that for the safe donation services, we accept requests from without any credential. But in the body, for example, we have a kind of parameters to route the transaction, and we know that it's from the wallet connect. Does it make sense? For example, when the user connects their wallet, we create the user ID for it. So and they don't need to sign in. And without any JWT token, they can call or save donation service.
There are
But
another technical issues. You know, we don't have transaction hash. We don't have the nonce. We don't have anything. We don't have anything about that donation. You know,
Right.
without hash, without nonce, it's very hard to track that the transaction has happened, had gone through or not. Am I right, Mohammed? We need hash, we need nonce to confirm that transaction has gone. And for the multi-sig case, it's not possible because, as I said, they just create they put that into transaction queue. Users should vote for, the members should accept it, and then finally someone enact the transaction, and hold the transaction only has an event of the transfer token from multisig to the recipient, and we can only process that later, not at that moment. Again, that's the reason my solution is to, in the UI, we detect that the connected wallet is in a smart contract and don't oblige them to sign in, and also don't save their donation database because it's meaningless. It doesn't have any meaning. We don't have any data. We just maybe have just the amount and the token, but we should wait forever for that. You know, we track every transfer from that wallet to that recipient, and yeah. And how long you should wait is the configuration of the multisig. How much the transaction can stay there to be enacted and it's not expired.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So let me do a bunch of more research on this and talk with the stakeholders that if the flow is accepted, we can follow it up. Thank you. So this one is still in progress and has estimations. This one is getting back from the QA, from the mitch. Rameen, I assign it to you. It has to be have the link bookmarked. It should be linked. There should be more bookmark section in the page for the similar project. And I think the problem is that at that time that Mitch was testing it, the similar project bar is not loading there. So is it okay? Put in the progress. Go ahead.
Sorry, can you scroll down a little? I want to check that this project has any categories or not. Because
it has, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because we have an issue that if a project doesn't have any categories, the backend sends an error and it doesn't send any similar projects. But for example, giving block has the category giving block, so it shouldn't be any problem with the similar projects. For this project, I don't know if actually it should be okay for this project. I will check it. But for the donate card on the right side, I put it in progress and I will fix it to scroll to the bottom of the page.
I appreciate it. So what about this item, use new authentication service? I heard that it was done, but I can see it in progress. I think it's a backend thing, and it's assigned to Amin, I can see, but I'm not sure, Carlos Meto, what happened to this authentication service.
The pull request, I think that went through in staging, so it's basically in testing. Yeah.
Okay. And this giftpower has estimation. This giftpower has estimation. Extending the gift farm. I'm curious to know where is it. I mean, I have it in my backlog. Oh, but it's in gig economy, so I can skip it. No problem. Okay, get back to the product backlog, fixed harvest model first view. This one, I think, Cherry, you curated this, and I reported it several times to you directly. You create an issue, thank you. Do you have bandwidth to take this one? I think it's annoying a little bit.
Sure. I will do it. Just assign it to me.
If you think that you're overloaded, please let me know.
I can pass it to him. Yeah.
Okay. And what about this item? You suggested that we put it back. And I have it in my product backlog.
Yeah, I think we can postpone it, and if we have a new issue on it, we can back on it.
Okay. This one. Get Giveth farm listed on DeFi Llama. I think everything is clear. Griff provided the documentation. I think it's just the backend thing that we have to implement to get listed on this list. We have to register our pools here, and the documents are ready. Maybe I can just ask. I can just ask backend guys, maybe Carlos and Mohammed, to take a look. This item is in, the number is 744. Is it okay for you?
Okay, we would take a look on that.
Thank you. This is very important, guys. It is related to the refactoring of the donation flow and more property design. I think we only had a blocker for pagination about this. Rameen is all set it and it's in progress, I think, or it's almost finished. But for this filter, donation by project ID and donation by user ID, we need some progress from you. I don't know how I can make it clear for you that as a high priority, but I assign it to you, Mohammed. Shall I add Carlos to this issue or?
No, it's okay. I can do that. I just created another issue on impact graph and related that to it for that purpose. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, it's loading.
Also assign me to follow up.
Okay. I have to say here that really thank you, Rameen, for your following up and testing. So this other one is related to the gig economy, and I think we can skip it. So I think these issues are enough for current week. So the purpose is just to finalize the giftpower staking managing and finalizing the verification. So this is our target. And with the other bugs and tiny issues that we have for the planning. But for the backend guys, this one supporting the front end and also email verification and this multi-recipient address is the priority. So is it clear for you guys? Thank you. Do you have any other suggestions, objections, comments?
Alongside these issues, I think I should do something for give back calculation script. Mitch wanted that. It would take a few hours from me.
Okay. If you think that you're overloaded, please let me know. Matthew, do you have something to add?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the release that we should be doing. how we should plan it out. There is only one small issue about the regen called DAO farm, about the issue Mitch said. I will take a look at that, and I think it's going to be ready about that regards, but not sure about the other stuff. There are many draft pull requests and only 2 that are ready for review. So we would be adding for this release the migration of Redux, the new authentication, and other cool stuff that are coming. So what do you guys say? Should we wait for tomorrow? What do we do? We also need the addresses of mainnet for the regen farm for the cold DAO. Yeah, so let me know.
Can say something. I say that please wait, because these 3 views for the donation is important, and I think it's not prepared yet. This is only on my side. What do you think, Cherry?
Sorry, I got distracted. Can you tell it myself again?
No, I was mentioning that we should focus on a new release this week that basically will adapt the new cold ETH regen farm, the migration of the context to Redux, the new authentication, and many other stuff. So what I think it's only missing is a small issue that Mitch mentioned about the changing network and adding the mainnet addresses that I don't currently have for the mainnet. So what do you guys think?
You mean? For Cold ETH, you mean?
Yeah, for Cold ETH.
I have not deployed them yet because I didn't have the numbers. Yeah, so if you want to deploy this week, I can prioritize that for tomorrow. Do it tomorrow.
Yeah, so that was what I was going to ask, like today or tomorrow. So tomorrow is perfect.
Yeah. Also, Lauren, we should have the exact numbers for the Cold ETH. The very exact number based on the price and the percentage and how much they can distribute. You told me the formula, but it depends on the price. Actually, if we have it, how much Cold we will have to distribute by.
Yeah. Well,
in the
I think
distribution of farm.
I'll message you after. But yeah, okay.
Okay. I think we can plan for the Wednesday. Sorry, go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, I think we need more tests because we do many changes. For example, we migrate to Redux, we change our calculation in price, we implement our new authentications. So I think we need more tests before release.
I can do some testing, and it would be great if other people could do testing too. Do we need to retest the APRs, or just kind of like click all the buttons, make sure that nothing looks weird?
Yeah, pretty much everything, because numbers, UX, donating, all pricing,
everything. Authentication also, we changed the way we authenticate. Wow. But we can make it for sure. Okay, we get sync tomorrow about the release. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. See you.